Hello and welcome to the Boxing Supplement. We've got a great weekend of boxing coming up. Over here we have the Cardiff bill put together by Eddie Hearn. A great card it is. We've got Callum Smith versus Tobias Webb. We've got Paul Smith on the card. We've got Reece Buckland too. We've got Nathan Cleverly making his debut for Matchroom. In his last outing he lost to Sergei Kovalev, the hard-hitting Russian. He lost his WBO light heavyweight title and his undefeated record. Now he's making his debut at Matchroom at cruiserweight, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. And topping the bill we've got Lee Selby, who's chasing a Nonito Donaire fight, but he must come through this one first obviously. But on this update I want to talk about Marquez-Alvarado and Manny Pacquiao. This weekend at the Forum in Inglewood, California, we've got Juan Manuel Marquez against Mike Alvarado. It's a great fight. It's a tough one to call. I've been changing my mind as the days have got closer. At first I was thinking it's Juan Manuel Marquez, he's got it in the bag. Then I was like, maybe Alvarado is going to be too much, maybe the weight will be good for him to go up. It's hard to split and I still don't know. Will Marquez be able to adjust to Alvarado? We just don't know, but we'll find out tomorrow night and I cannot wait. It's a shame they're fighting. I'm hoping for a draw really. They're two of my favourite fighters. I don't want anyone to lose. But no, in all seriousness, I'm really looking forward to it. Key points to mention here is, in the last 3 fights, Alvarado has lost 2 of them. One to Brandon Rios. He then avenged that defeat in a 12-point unanimous decision. He then defended his WBO title against Provodnikov and lost in an absolute war. And so his last 3 fights, and most of his fights have been wars, but certainly the last 3 have been really, really heavy. Will he have aged as a fighter? Or will he be able to absorb more punishment in this fight as he's going up in weight to a catch weight of 143, 144, I can't remember exactly, but I think the weight's going to do him good. Against Alvarado against Provodnikov, he failed at the scales the first time of asking, so he's clearly struggling at 140. He needs to jump up to 147. So this catch weight I think is perfect for him, and he'll only be stronger at the weight. And we'll have to wait and see how he does. But Juan Manuel Marquez, where does he go? If he wins, he gets the Manny Pacquiao fight as well as Alvarado. If he wins, he gets the Manny Pacquiao fight. It's a big fight for both of them. Marquez didn't look fabulous against Bradley, but that's not his fault. Bradley is slick, smooth, is a very good boxer, and boxed completely differently as he did against Provodnikov in his previous fight earlier that year. Bradley, people say he didn't come to fight. Marquez has said that, Nacho has said that, but he didn't have to. He could win the fight boxing like he did and on the back foot. He's the younger, fresher, faster fighter, and Marquez was really just looking for that heavy right hand that he knocked Manny Pacquiao with in the 6th round of their 4 fight. So with this fight, I think it's going to be much more entertaining than the Bradley Marquez fight. Mike Alvarado always comes to fight. He can box brilliantly, he can slug as well, and he is always in exciting fights, as well as Juan Manuel Marquez. Just got to go on YouTube and check him out. Every fight you see Juan Manuel Marquez in, it's absolutely great. He's been absolutely brilliant with the 4 fights with Manny Pacquiao. It's almost impossible to split and say who won that series of 4 fights. I mean, the first fight, Pacquiao put Marquez down 3 times in the first round, only for Marquez to come back and fight his way to a draw. Second fight, Marquez's bum touched down in one of the early rounds, and that's the only thing the judges could split them apart with, and gave that one to Pacquiao. The third, Pacquiao got the nod again. I thought Marquez had that one. And then 4th, Marquez sparks Manny Pacquiao out with that right in the 6th round. As a big fan of Marquez, I wanted him to walk away from the sport then. Forget about the history, chasing the 5th title, in a different weight division. The first time a Mexican's done that. He's made history as one of the best Mexican fighters of all time, and certainly my favourite. And I would have liked to have seen him retire after that. Thankfully he didn't. We've got this Alvarado fight now, which I just can't wait for, and I win, lose or draw, I think Marquez should retire after this one. I personally don't want to see him fight Manny Pacquiao again. We've seen enough of it. There have been great fights, but we've seen it all before. I don't think Pacquiao's going to come in there and blitz Marquez. I don't think Marquez is going to spark Pacquiao out. I think it'll be another close fight and most likely go the distance. Pacquiao is not going to be fighting dangerously. He's not going to be, will he be gun shy as Marquez? Has felt Marquez's knockout power now? It's hard to tell, but we've learnt enough from their 4 fights, so I don't think we need to see one. I think we need to see Manny Pacquiao fight somebody else, a fresh face in the mix. 5 of his last 4 fights have come from 2 men, in Bradley and Marquez. There was obviously the overmatched Brandon Rios in there. That was not an entertaining fight. I think Alvarado would make for more of an entertaining fight with Manny Pacquiao. So I'm hoping Alvarado, I hate to say it, I hope he beats Marquez this weekend, because that's the best fight out there for Manny Pacquiao. Obviously, out of those 2, out of Marquez, Alvarado, I think Provodnikov, it will be a much better fight, and there are loads of great fights over at Golden Boy for Manny Pacquiao, but it's not going to happen. If it does, I don't think it will happen while Manny Pacquiao still has a boxing career. So let's be realistic, and if the Provodnikov fight ain't going to happen, let's have Alvarado Pacquiao. Yeah, well, thank you very much for watching this update. My next update will be after the Cardiff Bill, and we'll be talking about that. And we'll also be talking about Marquez-Alvarado. Thank you very much for watching. Check us out again. Goodbye for now.